Hello, Arians. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. My name is Steph. I want to thank you for being here. We are going to create your ink blot in real time to scry for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on tarot and oracle along the way. And where Mr. Plasma here is, Paranormal Plasma, we have Ghost Tube kicking for any audio inspirations that may further inspire or irritate. Overall, please do receive a release freely. All the timestamps are below if you want to pitter patter, get at her. So when you're ready to see your ink blot being born, let's go. All right. So if you're new to me, I want to say thank you for being here. I create in the name of muses. So Arians, we are going to just simply write your name. Intuitively adding any colors that feel well, see, sense, and feel. Reminding ourselves we're not here to create a masterpiece to be judged, but we are here to create a mirror, to see, sense, and feel for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. Arians, I hope you're doing well. I apologize if I'm not looking up or interacting with you, but you know the drill. I probably don't even need to talk through it.
Miss.
But I do want to express my gratitude. All right. Arians, just about ready for the fold, the crease of creation. If you'd like to close your eyes.
I'm lost.
Oh no, love, you're not lost. We're here together, taking a nice deep breath, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of the Aryan Collective. Arians, thank you for being here, for holding space, and may you meet a message with meaning. Here is your ink blot. I'm going to give you a moment to take that in. Feel well to comment as I put my inks away. Feel well to comment below what you see, sense, or feel. Drop an emoji. Whatever feels well. Any interactions with the channel are appreciated. Eugene. Interesting. The link for your extended, if you'd like to join me for the flip and the other side scry, will be down below. You can watch it single style and or join the second tier membership. I adore you, Arians. When you're ready, my palette is clear. Let's go. Oh, I feel like there's this something about, first of all, red high heels or red shoes, the ruby slippers, which is kind of bringing me into, what was my pen dead? Okay, well, we're not using that. Ruby slippers from Wizard
Please
of Oz.
stop.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home, maybe? But I feel like there's this dance being had, Arians. There's also somebody in spirit that likes to dance around you, or it feels like dance, but it's just the way their energy moves. So they're definitely not incarnate. Their structure's different. It does feel like a feminine energy more specifically. Yeah. They're like fanning your heart. Fanning your heart. I feel like you feel this in some way, shapes, or form. Do I have another pen? All right.
Suffocate.
It does. It feels like when you might be in modes, Arians, heavy hearts, heavy heart spaces, heavy contemplations, and they fan the heart, almost like to alleviate some sort of suffocations or suppressions. They see your light. Arians, your aura has like this, okay. You know when they carve like faces in the sides of mountains? Something about that. Carving in stone, but it's faces, and they talk. They talk.
It's what I want.
There's a Pomeranian here, a dog. I'm getting a sip of water. Something about your creative force. The sip of water is in like a camping pot. So I feel like I'm traveling. Maybe it's higher self travels. Give me a moment. Where am I going? But something like fuels my creativity. You know how like a Pomeranian is. It's reminding me of our dog Peppy that was a Pomeranian. They're small, mighty. They can be sharp. Very protective as well. But there's something about my higher self heals. Higher self heals is in this ruby slippers.
Tiffany.
Where am I walking? I don't think it matters. I don't need to worry about that. But as I'm walking, Arians, the point being is that I'm fueling some sort of creative contemplation. Interesting way to say that. I've cleansed my water, so I don't know if anyone's working with water, lives near water, is enjoying water, the water element. I could say it's like emotions, but when I actually went into that space of the fanning, those felt like thoughts. Now those thoughts became something in my heart space. Yeah, that's different. I don't know that I necessarily notice them as an emotion yet. An emotion ocean. Greetings. Hi, how are you? We're here for the Aryan Collective. If you have any shout outs that you want to say. Okay, sorry, Aries. Let's keep going here. I got lost in your reading. It's there's prying open and I'm looking in my mouth. You know, like if you're at the dentist. Something about the mouth. And I'm looking in it. What is that? That's it's a frog right here. It's a specific kind of frog. I am not a frog connoisseur. I can't even. It might be a toad, actually. Is that. Okay. Toad.
I said no.
Toad. There's an energy in here. And it has a reacher. Okay. See if I can bring this up to you. It's still wet. So right in here. Do you see that? Like claw thing or a hook, but it's like attached to this energy. I'm not gonna lie, it feels a little like envy or something in that area. The way I'm seeing it is like burrs being picked off my back that I can't reach to. So I kind of have to like lean over and surrender and say, can you please get these off? Whatever these burrs are. I'm not saying it's in relation to envy specifically. Maybe it's envy towards you or, externalized. I'm not sure. But I'm seeing it's like those are letting me know where I'm inspired. But again, it's like a thought. And the way it gets into my heart and possibly into my emotion ocean is me. Like the way I am. I feel like you guys are like I'm watching stuff move through pipes and things like that. Again, I kind of want to go with plumbing, but it's not plumbing. It's like I'm seeing something different.
I'm eternal.
You are eternal, Arians. You are eternal. I feel like, okay, I'm going to dive in there for a moment. I am being helped. Can I go down that rabbit hole? I am being helped by my shadow. Imagine if your heart was the moon and the other side of the heart is like the dark side of the moon type thing, like kind of unseen. That's where I feel like I'm at. And that part of me, it's like my intuitive heart. And it is helping pick these burrs of things that maybe I've collected along the way and I've been carrying them and didn't even know. I'm also seeing what I think is like a lizard tongue. It's also in the frog toadland.
I'm not sure.
But this has something to do with the creativity, the way I'm feeling it. I just heard mama bear when I was looking in here. Like this is a mama bear face and this is me now turned this way. Something about a chipmunk. Random, but there it is. These rocks talk to me. Aries, we're going to add on tarot and oracle in just a moment. If you're still with me, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you and your attention and awareness.
Bribe.
Your likes, shares, and subscribes. I'm not bribing you. I'm just simply extending my gratitude. There's some sort of crystal or stone. Okay, I'm back up with the stone, but this is different. Almost like green adventurine. Adventurine. Natural adventures. Natural adventures. There's something placed here, Arians. It feels very protective in that it's not giving me access to this. Like whatever this shape is that may speak to you, but it's protecting or serving this inside of this. And then now when I zoom out, I'm seeing a bear with a fish. A bear with a fish. And then it's almost like with a CareBear, there is, you know, like how on their belly they have like those emblems.
Who are they?
I'm getting an emblem. I'm getting an emblem in my belly. Which CareBear do I want to be? Or mishmash? No, I feel like it's a mishmash, but still the symbol or the statement that my gut, my belly, my gut health, whatever the case may be, is mine. To work with the other CareBears, whatever that might mean to you. Okay, let's start adding on some tarot and oracle and see if anything else comes out along the way. Can I move this? Can I shift that? Something about platform shoes. So maybe something about the 70s. Maybe you're a 70s baby, or the 70s stand out to you. Maybe it's even a style, a 70s style. Your first card out here is Power of the Divine Masculine. Oh, fascinating. You know the drill. If there's anything you see, sense, or feel, please feel well to comment below.
Find me.
I'm seeing gas masks up here. It's a conversation in gas masks. Somebody's giving a thumbs up. It's like I'm a pilot. So maybe they're not gas masks. It's like I'm a pilot and I'm in the air and like those fighter jet pilot people, and they have like some sort of contraption maybe for air and G forces. And when you're talking, like, think of like Top Gun, thank you. And they give signals to each other, like in the air, like window to window. There's that CareBear thing again. I think this is your divine masculine energy up here, but on a whole, and then the feminine energy. And I'm not trying to be stereotypical with the heels. It's just the energy. And they come together in this point. And this is where it's like this fanning. I could almost say like butterfly feel, but it feels almost, do you know what it feels like? Okay. Like, I know there's the grumpy CareBear, and I don't know a whole lot about them, but I feel like there's like another one. Not Gargamel. There's another kind of CareBear that's being created, and I feel like it's like a dark CareBear.
Dice.
But with a good intention. Oh my goodness. Did you just hear the ghost box? And it said, or ghost tube, dice. And now here's dice. Look at all that green. Look at all that green. Something about oranges. Happiness, oranges. Like Florida specifically. I don't know if you're from Florida, in Florida. All that green. Like I want to insert that in there. And then it's bringing me into what I think, don't know, think is like D&D dice, where there's, or maybe there's other games where the dice isn't, like it has more things on it, and they're slightly different shapes and sizes, and how people make their own dice. It's like the CareBear thing. Sorry if this is, I'm just yammering on, but I'm trying to work through it. It's like all the CareBears are all the CareBears, but they each have this emblem. And when I'm seeing this dice, it's like the dice are the dice are the dice are the dice, different sizes, different shapes, but they all have their own things on each side of like what powers them. Are you rolling the dice on something as well? It does feel heart or money. Heart and money. Okay, let's keep going.
Torturer.
Sorry if I'm torturing you. Arians. Neptune in the first house. So the first house being what people see and the impression you give. And I want to plop that. See, even in like green, in this reflection here of this orange, I want to plop that. Yeah, that's still wet. In there. And then with Neptune, your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. And I want to put like where this illumination light is. Something about kneeling down or balancing. I feel like what this creature is protecting in here is this. Whatever it is that you yearn for and long for. Arians, impressive. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. I feel like I'm kneeling. Thank you. That's a really nice feeling because you did just emanate peace, and I felt that. I want to acknowledge that, Arians, in your aura. You know, like if you're standing and then you kneel down, but you don't put your knees on the ground, like you're balancing on the balls of your feet, maybe? I feel like I've got at least two things that I'm working with predominantly. I'm seeing a turtle on the back of a brown bear. Back of a brown bear. If that symbol means anything to anyone. The little turtles up here. They're friends. But they're meeting something else here. And it looks like, actually, it looks like a ram. With the horns, the green horns. I'm also seeing, it's like, but the way I'm hearing it is, and my neck becomes longer. And it brings me, the neck becomes longer, but then it's so I can look in my mouth. Okay, your card here is Power, Aqua. And maybe you want to watch the Aquarius reading or the extended. Do you see how this person here has the thunderbolt, the power? Okay, thank you. That's in there. Right in there. It's like being a CareBear with a blank canvas on the belly and saying, what is my power? I don't know what my power is. Can I come back to you for a moment? I feel like I'm working with my masculine energy. Thank you. Looking for something. And then my feminine energy walks the beat type thing. Yeah, it's collaborative between the two energies or polarities or people. Maybe it's your parents. Maybe it's a choice or a
Castle.
job, whatever the case is. You can apply to whatever channel it means to you. But I want to take the gamble on it's like, how do I, if I was to question, how do I find out what, something about the lottery or a slot machine. It's like being sorry that I keep coming to this. But it's like, remember that dice thing and then with the slot machine? Right now, I don't know if this is what you want or how you're interacting with the world, right? I never know where it is, but it's like, it's rolling the dice how or what elements or what of my energies are going to interact with this. But it has this rolling of the dice kind of feel. And sometimes maybe this is for you and maybe this is for somebody else. It's like a lottery win. They're like, oh, they're in a great mood, or oh, this went well. And maybe other times, again, with that CareBear with the belly, it's like a dice in there and you don't know what's going to come up. Is it going to be the slot machine? Is it going to be the cherry, or is it going to be a mismatch? But sometimes I feel like that alchemy works to your advantage because it's showing you how you're feeling, different elements, different nutrients that you're bringing to interactions, contemplations, people, your job, whatever the case is. Those aren't my concerns. But I feel like you win the lottery, or you win the wealth. You win the wealth of your own wisdom when things align. But I don't know that it works in the same way as like cherry, pull it cherry. Maybe in some cases it does, but then other times you're like, oh good, I got banana, lemon, and cherry. That's the fruit salad. And you might be one of those CareBears that have more than one symbol, and you can apply, you're not, do you know what I'm saying? Now my hand's getting itchy. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like making one symbol out of a few. Okay, the merge. Let's add on a few tarot cards and close out your reading. If you've made it this far, you guys are great. Gratitude. And if I didn't say so already, the links are below to the extended if you want to join me for the flip. I'm grateful for your generosity and your gift, and I look forward to scrying the other side. Oy vey. Okay, so don't worry that they're upside down. Two of Wands and Justice.
Died.
That's too many. Two. Don't be ridiculous. Okay, this Two of Wands. I'm seeing a show. I think it's on Netflix. I think it has something to do like Lock and Key. I don't think I've seen it, but it's bringing me into like this hermit mode up here. And this path, the potential of this path. Something about locking the door behind me as well. I'm putting something to rest. I feel as though there's a state or a space of me that is grieving. It's like being...
Bedroom.
Yeah, okay. Because remember when I was saying like the fanning, like coming forward with like this dance or something? And now it's coming forward with two trays that can kind of move in the wind. Something about the budgie is really coming through. The budgie.
Come over
as
here.
The bird. Then you also have here the Page of Wands. See, yeah, there's something. Arians, whatever your wealth and wisdoms are, it's like I'm making a decision. I'm kind of keeping an eye out. The ruby red slippers, like through the whole adventure. And then when she wakes up, she's like, I thought I lost you. I thought I lost you. But it's like, do you stay in Oz? I don't know, something that I'm grieving, but I have a choice. And I know by making one choice kind of sacrifices the other. But then I come back into that dice. It's like, but it's still on the dice. And then this is when I take off with it. And I'm like, okay, I know which way I'm going to go. I know which way I'm going to go with the high heels on. With the high heels. The higher self high heels. And it brings my polarities together where I can wear different shades of stripes, Also, side note here, Arian, somebody has a grandmother in spirit that comes through. I think they just could be part of your spirit team, specifically a grandmother. She's like trying to bring you things like, oh, here, honey, I brought you this. Does this help? Does this help? I don't know that she was as predominantly helpful in your, if she's, well, she has passed. So if when she was alive, she might not have been so hands-on or something like that. She also helps take things away that you're, like the burrs. She might be the burr remover. Because it's kind of like, I get that feeling she might have been a little
Kelly.
witchy. And I mean that in with the B. Or just, standoffish. She wasn't close the way you would consider like a storybook grandma. But it's almost like that's her strength to come in, and because she can remove burrs and it doesn't bother her. She's like, I'll remove the burrs. Let's do this. And you don't want necessarily somebody in that case to be like, oh, no. She's like, I'll remove the burrs. That's her super strength. All right, Arians, I'm going to go for the flip. If you join me, great. If not, I will so see you again soon. You guys are amazing. Have a good day.